Hi Scorpio, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for the new year of 2017 plus the month of January. In these readings I've pulled 5 cards from the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck, 1 card for each of the 4 quarters of the new year plus 1 card for January, and concluded the reading with a card from the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. If you would like to get another year reading where I'm using the Golden Tarot deck by Cat Black, where I'm pulling 5 cards from that deck, 1 card for each quarter of the new year, plus an additional card for January, and also concluding the reading over there with a Healing with the Angels Oracle card from Doreen Virtue. You can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the Psychic Tarot reading for the new year of 2017 plus the month of January. Psychic Tarot readings, you can get those there, or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, click on the videos tab on my menu, and then go to page 8. And at the middle of the videos, page 8, you will see the headings for these readings. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to those readings on Vimeo. I did the exact same thing for the past 2 years. So a lot of people liked to have a double, that's like getting 10 cards for the year reading. So that's why I did it again for this new year of 2017. So also I want to remind all of you that these are general readings, and to get a reading with messages that pertain specifically for you, you would need a private reading. You can also, to get more insight and information, be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign. And that way you'll have that much more information to go from, because some months they resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So all of that being said, Scorpio, now onto your reading for the new year of 2017, plus the month of January. First card you have in the first quarter of your new year is Wheel of Fortune. This card symbolizes to me the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you more karmic good fortune. I feel like you're working out a lot of things and working through a lot of things that have been lying under the surface and bothering you, or have been brewing underneath the surface for you for a while, Scorpio, in the beginning of 2017. I feel like some of these things are going to come to the surface and you're going to face them, deal with them. We will be in Mercury in retrograde in the beginning of the new year, and a lot of times the past gets revisited or reviewed in Mercury in retrograde, and it is coming up for you here that I feel like things that you have been brewing in you, you're going to look at, analyze, or are going to come to the surface for you in the first quarter. I do feel like you're not going to want to deal with a lot of people's annoyances. I see you closing the door and shutting people out where you're like, you know what, I don't want to hear what you have to say, I'm busy, or I'm not sure the reasons. There could be so many reasons why you want to cut these people out at the moment. I feel like you may feel like they monopolize too much of your time, or waste your time and energy, or they're always crying on your shoulder, or they want something. I don't know, but I get you feeling like you want to shut some people out at the beginning of the new year. If you're in sales, I feel like you're going to make some final presentation on something, and handing over your laptop to somebody else. I see some of you in a conference room or a boardroom, but that could just be a symbol. Maybe some of you aren't in that kind of working environment and situation, but I feel like many of you are either making some kind of sales pitch, either to your bosses, or higher ups, or you're making a big sales presentation. Comes up strongly. And I feel like it's something you really worked on, researched, studied, have figured out a new plan or a new way of doing something. So I feel like all your efforts have been in this. It's not like I'm feeling it's half-assed or half-baked. It's like you've totally put a lot of time and effort and energy into this. I see you being upfront and personal and putting a lot of things in place that look like you want people to know more about you, or like you want people to see the real you. Also comes up here. This could be in a work-related sense, or family or love. I don't know. It's weird because for some of you, I'm not really sure the juncture that you're in that you want to portray this to people. But I see you feeling like you want to be front and center. You want to be center stage. You want people to hear what you're saying. You're looking your best and you're putting your best polish and shine on things. So if you're meeting anybody's like parents for the first time or family members and you're getting together with somebody new, like you may want to be like putting on the Ritz or being at your best foot forward kind of energy. But that could be in a work and a business related sense too. But I feel like you want to be seen, you want to be recognized, you want to be noticed, and you want people to take what you're doing seriously or acknowledge work that you've done, well done. Wanting acknowledgement also comes up here. So the second card for the second quarter, second card in the reading, you have the Ten of Rods. And the Ten of Rods is moving off to new and better horizons with the 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. Now, these 10 rods of burden are actually going to benefit you because it's knowledge and experience you've gained along the way to help you as you move on to these new and better horizons. If you're in sales, you may be like checking out new territory. If you own your own business of any kind, even if you work for somebody else, you could still be checking out new territory, new customers, new clients, new opportunities. It comes out like you're getting out and about like, well, what's out there over in that neck of the woods? I never went over there. Now, for many of you, it feels like for opportunity reasons of like business, sales, making money, your own business, working for somebody else. But for some of you, this actually comes up and feels more like you may want to be checking out living situations or someplace you want to move to. Like even if you wanted to move to another state kind of feeling comes up here, or province, depending on what country you live in. I just see you're definitely going to be checking out new territory, whether it be for work or business. Living situation or business and work. It seems like it's one of the two. You could be checking out someplace for your elderly relatives. If you have a relative that may need to go into hospice care or a hospital or a nursing home or some rehabilitation center or rehab of some sort, you may be going to check out a facility for someone else. That also is the energy that circles around this as well. You know, if it's not that you're trying to find new accounts or new business for that, it could be you looking for a new job. That also comes up here. If you're dissatisfied with the job that where you're working and they're not acknowledging you or giving you, because I see that's important to you this year. I feel it's important for you to get recognition and acknowledgement for your hard work, your efforts, your stick-to-itiveness, any new ideas or plans you have. And I also see if you're in sales, it's very important for you to get accounts. These sales accounts also comes up here. But so if you're not getting any of that from your current job or employment, then this card for some of you symbolizes you're looking for another job. You're going to put, because I also see it came up through the Wheel of Fortune, and that makes sense for this, you wanting to put your best foot forward, put the polish on what you're doing, saying, how you look, your clothes, how you present yourself, what you're saying. That's also very important this year. So for some of you, it's because of these reasons that I discussed through this card. Some of you are getting ready to make a proposal of engagement or marriage to someone, or a declaration of I love you, or I want to move in with you, or let's live together, or let's get engaged. Or you could be the one that's having that come at you. That's for some of you for this year of 2017. Now for the third quarter of the new year of 2017, you have temperance, which is patience. This is you having to have patience in what you're doing and creating and in any way, patience in any manner. But this can also be a card that symbolizes God working through you with what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. But it's patience is the main meaning of this card. I feel like you're going to have all your willpower and strength to stay in some situation you're in. This could be a program that you're in. It could be in a work situation you're in, or even a family or love relationship, like whatever. I get you're going to have all the patience and all the stick-to-itiveness, or like patience to deal with sticking with it you can possibly muster. And during this third quarter, it comes up the strongest. Some of you Scorpios are inventing something new, and you have to take whatever it is to the patent office or get some kind of permit or license or copyright on something. It comes up like you've invented or created something very strong for many of you. Somebody comes to you and is the harbinger of change. They bring in an email, send you an email, some kind of notification. You get something from someone that's news or newsworthy, and this person is the harbinger of change for you in this new year of 2017. Now, if you're single, this is someone that wants to make a commitment to you, settle down with you, get married to you, or move in with you, make a life with you. It could even become a business partner or arrangement with them, but it comes up really more strongly about love and making a lifetime commitment. Although you can make a lifetime commitment to someone with a business partnership. That could be possible. Be careful in the third quarter that a change of diet or exercise program doesn't put you in a state of bewilderment and confusion. If you're thinking of taking any kind of diet pills, or, they advertise all these new things all the time, I'd be afraid to take them personally, because I've heard some real tragic stories of people that have taken things that are on the market that are supposedly approved or safe, and then they die or they get some horrible sickness or whatever. So I'd be leery to take one, but I am getting, some of you may feel disoriented, bewildered. It could be from medication that you were prescribed by your doctor. But a lot of it, I feel like, circles around weight loss. So either the pill is supposed to make you have weight loss, or pills that you were given medically were for other reasons, maybe also induce weight loss. But I get confusion, bewilderment. So be cautious of that in the third quarter or any time this year if you're thinking of taking anything like that, or if you get prescribed any new medications. Some important deal or contract gets signed and sealed and finalized by many of you in February. Now, I know we're already in the third quarter of the year card, but they did mention that here. So for some of you, it may happen a little later than February, but they do mention February. So now for the fourth quarter of the year, I'm sorry, Scorpio, your fourth quarter is Justice. Justice. This is a card that could be dealing with the court systems, could be dealing with lawyers, judges, court documents, legal papers, lawsuits, divorces, anything legal. But if it's not a legal matter, it could be things becoming balanced and fair and just in a situation that had not been balanced or fair or just in the past. Some of you are revising wills or revising documentation in the fourth quarter of the new year. Legalities could come up for some of you where someone is infringing on your rights. I feel some of you may feel like your ethnicity is in question, or you may have been discriminated against. And if it's not for your race, it could be for, your sex, or for some other type of, any type, age discrimination, whatever the multitude of discriminations are that can come up, because there's a few, I feel some of you may have legal issues with that at work or in something that you're dealing with where you feel that definitely played in or had a factor. Does come up here for some of you Scorpios. Some of you Scorpios that have been pondering over embarking on martial arts training, where you were thinking of getting into kickboxing, or I don't know that that's martial arts, I'm calling it that, maybe it's not, or any type of martial arts. If you've been thinking of a program of that, I feel you're going to embark on it in the fourth quarter. Or if you're already in it, I feel like you're going to be elevating your status, maybe getting another belt or winning some kind of trophy in regard to it. Could also happen in the fourth quarter if you're already involved in it. I do feel in the fourth quarter, if there's any people that you've had it with that have been trying to manipulate you or control you, you are going to be done with it, or be outright and bold about the situation and tell them, call them on their nonsense in that fourth quarter. I do feel that many of you are going to do that in the fourth quarter. I do see some of you Scorpios really mad that you want justice or the law to come down on something where that you feel like you got this short end of the stick, or you got the shaft, or that you got discriminated against in some way, because I see you mad and I see you feeling like legal action should be taken. Now, that's obviously not going to apply to all of you, but that message does come up strongly for some of you Scorpios in the fourth quarter of 2017. I see a revisement of things for you in this year, could be mainly in the fourth quarter, where scheduling is going to change. If you worked one shift for years and years and years, be prepared, they're going to change your shift. Or you may have like shift changes where week to week or day to day, you might have shift changes. But I get changing of schedules, changing of shifts and changes. Also, I get you altering, making changes to documents. Again, this could be revising wills or some other contracts. Now, here you have the Page of Rods is your card just for the month of January, to cover the whole month of January. So this would be you getting news or information, somebody bringing you a message, and it would be very likely either be about work or a new business or enterprise, but it could just be communications, because that's what wands symbolize, or rods. This would be either, if it's a person, it would either be a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, their rising sign, or their moon sign. Could be a child, because pages can sometimes be children, but adults come up as pages all the time. Some of you are going to have to hire somebody new to help you in January. This could be a new accountant, a new bookkeeper, could be a new assistant, could be a new secretary, could be like maybe you aren't in that kind of business world. You might need somebody new to do the landscaping in your yard or cut your grass, or hiring somebody new. However that means to you comes up for many of you Scorpios in January 2017. Your LinkedIn profile is going to be highlighted, some of you that have one, and somebody's going to recognize you or see you through LinkedIn, and through that LinkedIn they're going to give you a business opportunity or a job offer, or you will be asked to speak or be interviewed or highlighted in some way based on your LinkedIn profile. If you had a matrimonial engagement or proposal that went down the tubes, went south in a previous time, it gets resurrected again and back on the table. But that only applies to those of you where it would have already occurred before January, it didn't work out, or it got broken off, or whatever the reason, and then it gets back on the table again. That's for some of you Scorpios, obviously not all of you. Some of you get invited to some big party, I don't know if it's big or not, but I get a party, a gathering, or a celebration, and I feel it's meaningful. And for a portion of you, some of you, this party, gathering, or celebration, it's to honor something, like an engagement or a wedding, or an upcoming wedding or an anniversary or something like that. But some of you, it's a party in celebration of an invention that was created. Either you created the invention or somebody else created it, and you're there celebrating this because apparently it's a big deal. I feel it may have to do with either computers, or it could be in the medical profession, something to do with glasses or eye exams or medical exams or medicine in some way. And if it's not in the medical field in any way, then I feel it's some kind of useful, helpful invention. And like I said, some of you may have invented it, and some of you, it may be someone you're connected to or know. Some of you are going to hear that there's an investigation. I'm hearing the words Apple or Applegate, but that might not have anything to do with it. That could be somebody's name. It could have to do with computers. It could have just be the name of what they're calling it. You know how they used to say Watergate, back in Nixon's time. This feels like I'm getting the word Applegate. But what I feel that they're going to do, there's going to be some investigation that's going to go on in a company you work for or are affiliated to, where there's some investigation into records, documentation, finances, books, how things were handled. Something's getting investigated. I don't know that it affects you directly. It does if you work there or you have a connection to it, but I don't feel you did anything here. It's like the higher ups are getting looked at, documents getting looked at. Could just be an IRS review, an audit. I don't know. But I'm hearing the words Applegate came up with it. So now I'm going to look into the Oracle card from the Healing with the Angels Doreen Virtue's Oracle card for you for this year of 2017. And the card you got, Scorpio, is Playfulness. Playfulness. I like that picture. I like the little cherubs flying around there. I feel some of you Scorpios have become out of step or out of tune with your life in the past. Maybe you're getting out of it now, because I feel like it's like you trying to get more in sync with yourself. Like you got derailed somehow. And maybe you haven't seen the sense of humor in things as much as you used to. Or maybe you're not laughing as much or having as much fun in your life as you used to, because I feel like you're getting back to that. That's what's happening here. I do feel like you're going to go out of your way to find different ways to do different things with yourself this year, like going away on short trips. You could be thinking about how you can spend more time with family and friends. Maybe you're going to plan a trip to Disney or to the Bahamas, or, maybe you're going to go to Spain, to the Costa del Sol. I don't know where you're going to go, but I see some of you really thinking about, like, I got to get more pleasure out of life. And some of you are going to do this through travel, but I don't really see you doing the travel by yourself. I feel you're either going with a group of friends, or you and a significant love partner are going, and maybe it's a husband or a wife. You could be taking them or going with them, but I also see you taking some family members too. Like, I feel like your kids are going, even if your kids are grown up and they have kids. I just get other people going with you, and I see you going out of your way to, organize things, get it together. Like, can we all go on this date? Everybody, let's go. Some of you, if you're one of the people that are going to be getting engaged or married this year, you might start planning a wedding in Jamaica. Maybe you're going to get married in Jamaica, or you're going to get married in some, exotic location or other country. Maybe you're going to get married in Florence, Italy. I don't know. But some of you may start to plan those kind of events as well. I do see some of you also delving into some area of interest that you find as a form of entertainment this year. I feel like you may start to, if you never played video games before, maybe you're going to start playing video games. Or if there's some craft or skill that you've always admired, calligraphy or oil paintings, watercolors, or, learning how to work a lathe or build cabinetry, whatever the thing is that gets your motor running, gets your creative juices and mental mind working. I do see some of that going on as well this year for you. Like, branching out into new areas, things of interest to you, which you could even in the future turn into a business endeavor if you want. But I don't see that being on the onset. The onset is because you find it entertaining, fun, and interesting. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it. And please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I post my videos here on YouTube. Now, if you would like to get another reading for the full year, just like I did here, but I'm going to use the Golden Tarot deck by Kat Black over on Vimeo, where I'm going to pull 5 cards, one for each quarter of the new year, plus the 5th card will be just for the month of January, and then an additional card to conclude the reading with the same oracle cards by Doreen Virtue for the Healing with the Angels. You can get these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the Psychic Tarot readings for the new year of 2017 plus January. You can get these videos by clicking on that link, or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, going to the videos tab on my menu and clicking on page 8, and it will take you to right at the center of the page. You will see the heading for these videos for the new year of 2017. Just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I want to wish you a fantastic new year and blessed new year of 2017, Scorpio, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.